What is good, everybody? It's your man, Fearless Dan. We are at Gandalf's Oak Cabin, and we're chilling. We're chilling. Today, I want to talk about something that I used to worry about a lot, and especially while you're on NoFap, while you're rebooting, this may worry you. You know, in terms of lasting long in bed. Most of us, came from a place of not being able to get it up at all, right? Or not even being able to climax or to finish when you're getting hot and heavy with a girl. And I definitely experienced that. I had that atrocious experience with this one girl where she was giving me oral, I was giving her oral, and she came so fast, but like she was like steady going at it for over like an hour, and I wasn't able to come. And it was so awkward. Like I was pretending and like faking my orgasm, and she's like, "Oh, are you coming?" I was like, "Yeah," and it was just so fucking cringy, and it was really jank. It was really jank, and so there's that end of the spectrum. But as you go through this process of becoming sensitized again and resetting these neural synapses and not beating up your Johnny, what happens is you get very sensitized, very sensitized to the point where like I'd be going on a date with a girl, I'd hold her hand, and then boom, like all of a sudden I'm like rock hard, and it was intense. But it also gave me the worry of like, oh my god, like am I gonna orgasm? Am I gonna be the Minuteman? Like am I gonna orgasm super fast? And like, is that not attractive? You know, how do I work around that? Obviously, girls want a superhero in bed. They want to have a fucking blast. So what are you supposed to do about that? How are you, supposed to deal with that? So as you get through your reboot, and if you're at the point right now where you've finished it and you're like, okay, it's time to explore my sexual nature, and I want to go and see girls and whatnot and go on dates and see where things go, you might be in a situation where you may know a girl and it's getting to that point where you guys are going to meet up and get intimate. So commonly, I remember the first time when I lost I remember when I lost my virginity. I think I came in like 15 seconds. It was so fast. It was like, the first time being inside the vagine, and it was just like, boom, it was just done. It was hilarious. It wasn't a big deal. It was normal. I was with my ex, and she was very understanding, and she was very supportive. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. But over time, I started thinking of a way. I'm like, okay, like I'm orgasming very quickly. What can I do about it? Obviously, there's something called Kegel Exercises, but that's something you have to build up into. That's not like you can do a Kegel exercise the day before and then last 30 minutes. You need to do that over time if that's something that you actually care a lot about lasting long. But I have a system you can implement on the date with the girl when you're actually going in bed with her. I have a system you can use right then and there so you can have an absolute blast, okay? And so let's say you're on your 90 days, you've done your reboot. What now? So you bring the girl over, you bring Sally over. You guys are having some wine, you're playing the piano together. And it's fun, you guys are vibing, you're having a great time, and you wrap your arm around her, you grab her by the hips, you start doing a bit of some salsa action, and you start getting hot and heavy, things escalate to the bedroom, and this is where my system comes into play. So basically what you're going to do is enjoy the foreplay as much as possible. One thing, in order to, there's a saying that, it takes 40 minutes for a girl to orgasm, is complete bullshit. It's just like some average study, and it's probably just from people who don't know how to get it on in a bedroom. Like you can make a girl orgasm as fast as you orgasm. That's just the reality of it. And in order for that to happen, you got to really warm her up. You might just see like her, and you'll be like, oh my god, I'm ready to go. She wants to ease into it and build up that tension. It's like an avalanche that has to build up over time. But once it's built, she's fucked, like she's done. Like you guys are gonna have a great time. So take as much time as you want, kissing, massaging, touching, playing with each other's hair, teasing each other. Literally take as much time as possible until it becomes unbearable for both of you. You're building up a lot of tension inside. That's really good. And you might be scared. You're like, yo, if I build up all this tension and I'm making out for like 20 minutes, I'm literally just gonna bust like in any fucking second, right? And that's fine, because what you're gonna do is then take on the aggressive side and get her. Now, this is given that this is all consensual, of course. I'm not telling you to go and do this against anyone's will. This is with consent, that you both want to do this. You then first get her to pleasure you. You get her to do any sort of oral, whatever you prefer, but you get her to pleasure you. There's no intercourse happening here. There's none of this. It's just her pleasuring you. So it could be a hand job, or she could give you head. And you're going to do that, and you're going to just enjoy that, or whatever the hell. And after that, so you orgasm. So it's foreplay, and then your orgasm. And then you transition right back into foreplay. And you just make it, teasing and fun, and she's just like losing her mind at this point. She wants it so badly. And so you do some foreplay action for another like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you pleasure her. You give her head or whatever she prefers. You then make her orgasm. You could finger her, whatever. And then she orgasms, and then the time span, because you're on NoFap, because you're so sensitized, your recovery between orgasms is so fast. It's incredibly quick. Like, I would recover. This one time I remember I had orgasmed, and This one time I recovered in I think it was less than 10 minutes. I was just back up and ready to go instantly. It was crazy. So within that 20 to 30 minutes between giving, foreplay and then giving her an orgasm, you'll be good to go again. Because after that, you just transition into foreplay again. And by the end of that, you could take a mini break. You could go sip some wine together. And then by the end, then you can begin, the intercourse. Then you can throw on a condom and get hot and heavy. And you won't bust very rapidly because you've kind of desensitized yourself a bit. You've kind of got used to kissing. It's not so oh my God, we're kissing. Oh my God. It's kind of just yes, this feels good. And you're more accustomed to it. And you've already experienced pleasure with her. You've already had your You've already had your first orgasm. So when you get to the second one, you'll have a little bit more control. You'll understand a little bit better, and it won't be as quick to release. So that is basically the system I had created, while I was with my ex, and it worked flawlessly. It worked fucking flawlessly. And when you're with someone, you get into a rhythm, and it's a lot easier to control. You don't have to rely on that. But that's something I definitely even use to this day when I go to meet up with new girls and whatnot. It works flawlessly for me, and I'm pretty sure for most of you it will work perfectly, just because it's unique to people who will have a very sensitive, sexuality, if you will, or people who are on NoFap. We're not so desensitized. We are super sensitized, rather, and it can be to your detriment. You could orgasm too fast. The fun is over. So this system allows you to go through a roller coaster with the girl of experiencing so much stuff. There's various things you guys could do together, and you don't even need to go down that road. You could just do tantra if you don't want to have ejaculation type orgasms. You could just do tantra. I did that for a month before I had intercourse with my ex. We were just doing lots and lots and lots of foreplay. So that's basically that. But so at this point, it's wow, that is awesome, that is epic. But some of you, and a chunk of you out there, are yo, I can't even make it past a week to even worry about going on a date and doing X, Y, or Z with a girl. I can't even finish my reboot. I have never even completed my reboot. I haven't even got out of the habit, of compulsive masturbation and watching all this PMO and all this hentai and whatnot. Some of you are stuck in it, and I totally understand that. So what I have done is I've prepared a video training series for you. It's completely exclusive, down into the description, and it's only going to be up for a limited time. And basically, I'm going to be handing you the information, the knowledge, the lessons, tools, mindsets that I've learned throughout these 4 years, that I've learned from experts, best of the best people in terms of NoFap and in terms of sexual abstinence. From my brother, who's gone 5 years so far, no porn or masturbation, and 2 years, no porn, masturbation, or sex. As well as other people online. I've been featured on tons of channels like Elijah Long, Ahana, Captain Sinbad. We've done collaborations together, and I've taken so much time. I really I got to a point where once I was being mentored by my brother, I was I want to learn what it takes to really do this. And I started doing it. I started changing, and it was insane. I was holy shit, I'm experiencing what he did. I'm finally breaking this addiction. And I was this is too powerful to keep it to myself. I want to give it out to people now. And so I started my channel for documentation, but also a testing ground to see, is what I'm doing working, and can I teach it to other people? And throughout all that time, these years being on YouTube, having nearly 5,000 subscribers now, helping tons of people out, and doing live coaching, one-on-one coaching with guys, I've been able to get to the point where I've created this like system, and I've been able to narrow everything down and like be like, all right, like this is what you're gonna do, and this is the information you need. And so in this training below, it's a 3-part series. You're gonna learn exactly what it takes to achieve what I've achieved and what my brother has achieved and quit porn forever. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to smash up the likes, smash subscribe. Tell me your comments down below. We all have different systems for getting hot and heavy with the gal dems. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.